So it's currently about 4:35 p.m. on a Sunday afternoon, January the 7th, 2018. If you watched my video from yesterday, it was not one of my best days. To be honest, is I only walked through the corner near the school. Then I just had like a little flashback, and I started feeling panicky, and I started feeling strange. Everything I was looking at, my vision started. My vision just started acting up. I just feel strange. I had the urge to run. I had the urge to run home. My stomach just started getting really nauseated. My headache. I just started having really bad headache. It's overall my head just felt out of it. And then so I only made it to the corner of the school. Reason why I had a flashback. Even though I've been walking to that same way, I say about 90% of the time, is because when I started having, anxiety, panic attacks, and then once I became housebound, and then one day, I decided to go for a walk. I went that way, and then I had a panic attack. I went home, and then and then I keep trying, and then one day in 2016 I start going there more often. So I got so used to it, but I still get flashbacks of having memories where I freak out at that corner. It's like when you have a safe zone, everyone that has anxiety, panic attacks, and housebound, we all have like different streets that we feel safe in. Like for example, if I'm going somewhere at a certain time, I feel safer going this way. If I go that street at a different time, I might feel panicky. That's how I felt. I had that anxiety. Even talking about it right now, I can feel the anxiety creeping up on me. What I mean by the anxiety creeping up on me, it's like, how when you start feeling anxiety, your face starts tingling, your neck starts getting stiff. I actually have a stiff neck at the moment. I don't know if it's because, ow, God. Because I've been, if you watch my videos lately, you see me doing this all the time, like rotating my neck, and then it will just randomly crack. I've been doing that so much, now it's not cracking, and I just feel that tightness. It feels like someone took my head, twisted around one time, and my neck just feels like it's twisted. If that makes sense. It just feels like like when you open a jar and then you have to twist it and open it, and if you don't close it correctly, there's like a little gap on the jaw, and it's like kind of uneven. That's how I feel like in my neck. Anyways, when I got home yesterday from that walk, I felt sick. I'm not gonna lie, I felt sick to my stomach because having those flashbacks. And however, about an hour and a half later, I believe an hour later, my neighbor came to my house. Actually, I told my mom if our neighbor came over and asked me if I want to go for a walk, just tell him I didn't feel well, because I wasn't feeling well, to be honest. I just felt like I would have passed out. It's that anxiety that's telling you how you feel, and you let yourself feel the symptoms, the sensations. Sometimes when I feel sick, I can handle it. Sometimes I feel sick and I can't handle it. And yesterday was one of those days I couldn't handle it. And as you see, when I was walking, I was just losing it. I just could not handle it at all. But and then when he came to the house, my dad was about to open it and say, oh, he doesn't want to go, and then he's not feeling well, so he can't go. And then I just came out of my room feeling sick still, and then I was like, you know what, forget it, I'm just gonna go, because like I said, I didn't want to end the day on a negative. you know, I still went out even though I felt so strange. But having somebody walk with you, you feel safer. You know, so I actually even told him. He asked me how far did I got. I said I only got to this far, and then I just fell out of it. So he knows because I tell him how I feel. So if something, if I didn't feel comfortable walking, like keep going, I can just tell him. He'll come back and he'll probably just walk me back home and then continue on his walk with his dog. But I stick with it. Even my parents tell me if I want to go walk with them, I can. But sometimes, I also want to be around not just my family member. I just want to be surrounded with other people. So because I was stuck at home for so long, all I saw was my family member. I was so disconnected from the outside world. I felt detached from everything. I felt like the outside world was fake. Every time I look out the window, I felt like I was not even looking out the window. I felt like I was looking at a giant painting. It's like if you look at a painting of just like an oversized painting, and it's a painting of a window, and the window's looking outside. That's how I felt. I just looked outside, and the outside world just looked like a huge painting to me. Like nothing was real. And when I see cars coming by, and I have that detached painting feeling, it just felt like I was just watching TV. Even when I was looking out the window, every day I feel like I was watching TV. It's that detached feeling that you feel like you're not even looking outside. You just feel like your whole life felt like a TV show. You know, even when I wasn't watching TV, even when I was looking at my family, you know, looking at myself, I felt like I was in a dang TV show. And yesterday, that feeling got to me. Even when I was talking to my neighbor, I was like, I feel so disconnected from my neighbor. I told him that before, that sometimes I'll feel disconnected from my surroundings. He doesn't have anxiety, but I told him how I feel, just so he can kind of understand it. So when you talk to someone and they want to understand you, that's better. Because if they try to say, yeah, whatever, that's you're strange, you're crazy, blah blah blah, it's not gonna help you. And I'm glad my neighbor's not like that. I he's in his 50s, and I'm in my 30s, so it's like I consider him family, not just a neighbor. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go for a quick walk, and on my own, and then if he comes to my house later, I'll go walk with him again. Like I say, my neck is stiff, so I'm gonna be walking around kind of with my head kind of tilted this way. Like my whole back of my neck just feels out of it. And when you get a stiff neck, you also get that. Also get really bad headache. So when I don't have a stiff neck, no neck pain, my anxiety is extremely low. Anyways, I'm about to just go for a walk before it gets late, because it is getting dark right now. I'm starting to feel weird again. Whew. So I have to remind myself every time I sit down or get up, I have to take my time, like get up slowly and sit down slowly, because there's times that when I'm sitting, just standing, I'll like sit down real fast, like I'll move my head to the left or to the right and sit down. It's like, it's like my eyes can't catch up with the movement. Ooh, I don't know. I just had a daydream. I mean, like a moment where I was daydreaming. Anyways, I'm just gonna head back inside my house. If my neighbor comes later on for a walk, I'll go with him. If not, then that's fine with me.